Hello, Internet friends. It's time to bring you Let's Play Return to Castle Wolfenstein once again. We've just escaped from Castle Wolfenstein. We're on our way to the village of Wolfsburg.
It's freezing out here. It's going to be even colder than last night. I hope we get some new blankets soon. I just hope we get some hot water soon. I haven't bathed in over 2 weeks. Yeah, I know.
Too much information, Mr. Nazi. I thought the Germans were a clean, industrious people. I guess I was wrong. Hello. It's our friend BJ and his new accomplice, ready to go take down the Germans once again. But first, we have to get some stuff.
Such as it is, this is my house. If you go down these stairs, there's a back entrance to the cafe.
We just picked up the sniper scope and the Thompson submachine gun. The Thompson is more powerful than the MP40, but uses rare 45 caliber bullets.
I regret that I cannot accompany you any further in my condition. You must hurry. Helga's team has an excavation site at the graveyard at the end of town. The entrance to the crypt is there. Good luck.
He pulls the old trick out of the movie book of pulling a book and opening up a secret passage, which dumps us in the bottom of the tavern.
Shut your filthy hole, you slovenly swine.
You shouldn't drink and curse people, Nazi. That's what you get for doing that. You get stabbed in the back. So the first thing we need to do now is get out of this tavern. But before we do that, we need to listen to some Nazis have a conversation about what exactly went on at that crypt. Something tells me it's not going to be pleasant.
Some very strange goings-on up there last night, eh? I wouldn't know. Things are definitely getting more and more out of control. You don't say. Another casualty on the research team, I'm told. Is that a fact? And the 3 replacements reported in just this morning. Did they really? Well, imagine that. According to Otto, one of them is a special assistant to the Reichsführer SS himself. According to Otto, eh? Well, Otto always did talk too much for his own good. If you ask me, they really are onto something now. Ah, but I didn't ask you, Lieutenant. I suggest we change the subject to something less controversial. As you wish, Herr Hartmann, but you must have heard what happened to Eric. Truthfully, Lieutenant, I hear very little, and remember even less. Yeah.
I don't like the sound of these things. No, sir. So here in this tavern, if you actually just run up there and kill the guys, you could very well miss that conversation. So don't do that. The order of the day here is to be stealthy. There's no alarms, of course, but it's just more fun to kill people. And if I just heard that, I just heard some young Fräulein tell me not to kill her. I wonder where she is. Alright, so we just got a few flavor posters, some art. Oh, hello. I'll take that food. Actually, I don't even need it. Hello, nurse. Well, since it's a crime to kill civilians in this game, don't kill her. If you do, it's a game over. There's several civilians, and you want to make sure you don't do anything nasty to any of them. You don't want to have to start over the level already, do you? Alright, using this handy-dandy chair, we're going to jump up here, go see some rooms in this hotel, or tavern, you know, what have you. Kill a Nazi. He didn't even know I was coming. Grenades are always helpful. And of course there's hot meals, which I'm not quite sure why you'd need already at this point in the level, but they're there anyway. These other 2 rooms don't really have anything of note in them. We're just going to see what we can get. In here, there's a Nazi in this man MG42. We'll kill him and very easily take these guys out. If you didn't come up here, you'd have about 8 or 9 Nazis coming in on you. And without the MG42, you'd be spending a lot of MP40 bullets killing them. Fortunately, this MG42 is placed in the perfect spot, so you don't have to worry about Nazis sneaking up behind you. Now that we've killed them all, we can explore the village of Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg's a bit of a labyrinthine village. There's lots of I would say, corridors, alleyways you could possibly get lost in. You don't want to get lost in here. You'll wind up wasting a lot of time. Fortunately, we don't really get lost. You know, we'll get turned around here and there, but all of the passageways essentially bring you back to this central point. So it shouldn't be too hard to get yourself oriented. The first thing we have to do in the village is to go find Carl. Carl has a special item for us. It'll be very useful in this mission. Of course, Carl is on the other side there, and I'm just trying not to get caught. Some Nazis just walking around. I can hear him talking. Heard him yawning there. Now, this map was also turned into a multiplayer map. It became the aptly named MP Village. Very nice map. Had 2 objectives in it. You had to blow up a building, and you also had to steal some gold. One thing that was nice about the original RTCW maps is that they actually had very few objectives. You usually had 2, maybe 3 tops. This all changed in enemy territory, which tended to have as many as 6 objectives on one map. Very large maps. I wasn't a big fan of MP Village. I mean, it was an okay map, I guess. There were a couple interesting things you could do with it, though. Namely, it was discovered that you could boost your guys over one of the barriers and actually, you know, save some significant time in returning the gold to your base if you are the allies. Very important to know that, because it could make or break you.
Wait, don't shoot! Come inside!
Hello, Carl. What do you got for me?
I have something for you.
You don't say.
Our British friends thought you might be able to use this. A silenced Sten submachine gun.
Hello.
It uses the same 9mm ammunition as the MP40. You must go now. If the guards find you here with me, we'll both be shot.
We wouldn't want that now, would we? The Sten is a pretty handy gun. Like you said, uses the same bullets as the MP40, so you're drawing from a relatively large pool of ammunition. I would say it's probably, in terms of accuracy, the same as the MP40, but one thing it does have is in the single-player game, it has a boost to damage output. The Sten winds up being a little more deadly than the MP40. The drawback, of course, is that the Sten, being a silenced gun, has the ability to overheat, probably after a burst of, I'd say, 15 bullets or so. So you have to be very good at shooting in small bursts so that you don't overheat. If you do overheat, you'll face a penalty. The gun will be unusable for probably 3 seconds. Not as bad as the penalty for overheating the Venom, which we'll see later on in the game, but it's still a penalty nonetheless. Since these gates are closed and we have a barrier there, the thing to do here is go under this here bridge. The bridge will bring us to the next section of the level, which will have another tavern and some secrets. I don't know about you, but I love secrets. Now this here, I'm not quite sure why this water changes color here. It's probably some bad attempt at early dynamic or direct lighting. I don't think it works all that well. Let's see, where does this go? Doesn't look like it's going to take us in the right direction.
What was that?
Oh, Nazi saw me. Where are you? Okay, that road's just going to take us back to the beginning.
What do you know? I actually found it.
Unbelievable. I would have sworn the whole thing was make-believe.
I guess the crazy old witch was right after all.
Well, she knew where to dig, I'll give her that.
You suppose she's right about the rest of it?
The rest of what?
Well, you know.
What, resurrecting the dead? Oh, come on. You take me for a schoolboy?
Interesting. Resurrecting the dead, you say? Wonder what kind of dead person they'd want to resurrect. And by the way, what is it with Nazis wanting to resurrect people? I mean, I've already done a game where, you know, they've resurrected Hitler. Now Hitler's regime wants to resurrect somebody else. I don't know, I must have some kind of habit of picking these. I have no idea. Oh, hello, Nazi. Going to the bathroom on the barrel. Not very smart of you. Wound up just getting you killed. You can see our overheat meter shows up right next to the gun. So you can always see about exactly how much heat you have. We just picked up the silencer for the Luger, which gives you the ability to shoot suppressed fire in pistol form. I would say that the Sten, I should say, is superior to it, even though the MP40, in terms of raw accuracy, you know, single shot, probably is better than any of the submachine guns. As most multiplayer people know, it is entirely possible to be pistol sniped. But I think in these areas where you see multiple Nazis, it's better off to simply just use the Sten and shoot him in the head. One headshot kills a Nazi. Then again, maybe the silenced Luger actually is quieter. I don't know. Either way, one bullet in the head will kill any of them. Alright, so now that we've gotten those Nazis taken care of, that's not the direction we want to go. So I suppose we should just go under this bridge again. Now, one thing that we've noticed here in this level is that we've had plenty of people talking about what's going on at the dig site. The dig site is at the end of the village, obviously, and what we'll be finding out there is probably not going to be very pleasant. Just a gut feeling. Now, the reason I'm standing looking around here is because for some reason I think one of these platforms is the last secret in the level. There's one more secret area that has some health secrets, and for some reason I think it's these, but I'm clearly wrong. I'm just going to jump up there, take a look, and find that there's none there. What's in this door?
Don't hurt me. I know nothing.
Okay. You related to Sergeant Schultz lady? Anyway, we're not in the business of killing beautiful girls. We're in the business of killing Nazis. I'm all for that. Civilians, BJ Blazkowicz, he's an honorable man. Of course we don't kill civilians. Otherwise, why would the Americans be the good guys, right? Despite all of the other things that we did in the war that were probably not very good, like firebombing cities and things like that. Anyway, off to go see what else we can do. That's that barrier, so we know we're going in the right direction. There's a couple Nazis over here, which we'll take down easily. Man, that Sten overheats a lot faster than I remember it doing. Overall, generally in the game, I will not use the Sten unless otherwise necessary. Simply because MP40, I don't really care, you know, about loudness per se.
It was bad business back there.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
It was for our own men we sealed in with those things.
I know, I was there. But what else could we do? It was an order. An order from Helga, no less.
Yeah, of course. An order.
We had to seal off the crypt. There was no time left.
Those screams. Those horrible screams. Did you hear them? I can hear them still. I don't think I'll ever stop hearing them.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
I don't know if I want to be involved with what those guys are talking about. High ground is always a good thing. Wonder what exactly is going on in those crypts. Something tells me I really don't want to know. And as somebody's mentioned in the thread, it is absolutely true. The generic Nazis do sound like they're talking to themselves. That's because they essentially have only two guys that are doing the generic Nazi. Even though they did get some pretty high-name actors, I guess, in the form of, say, Charles Napier, which most of you might better know from various TV shows where he plays generals. They got Tony J, which you probably know from many cartoons where they need a deep-voiced British dude. They got Shipwreck from G.I. Joe, Mr. Neil Ross, who does many generic Nazis. The voice actress for Helga von Bülow is none other than B.J. Ward, who did Lady J in G.I. Joe. In the opening sequence, the dude who sealed Heinrich away, none other than Master Splinter. That's right, Master Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 1980s had the balls to seal away an evil tyrant. I for one approve of that. Shows why you should call him Sensei. Anyway, we don't have anything to get up there. But over here, we have the final secret. It's up there in that little alcove, balcony, what have you. You have to do a jump to go get it. Unfortunately, that jump is pretty difficult, because the game, for some reason, doesn't like jumping off these things. Ah, damn it. Alright, let's give it one final try. The thing that's troublesome about this is that unless you're standing perfectly still and do a standing dashing jump, it's very difficult to actually move off of those things, because for some reason just walking forward even a little bit makes the terrain slope down and throw you off, so you don't even get an opportunity to press your jump key. Anyway, we're getting pretty near to the end of this. We've killed all the Nazis, I think. We just have to go over and blow up the crypt, and that'll bring us to the next level. So how do you blow up a crypt, you say? I don't know, we need some high explosives. And BJ Blazkowicz, your demolitions expert, has just the prescription. Behind this crypt opening is some dynamite. It's TNT. It's dynamite. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to throw that dynamite. Unfortunately, that is a very stupid place to put the dynamite, because if you put the dynamite right there, the game's splash damage calculations will botch it. Ergo, meaning you've just wasted a perfectly good piece of dynamite. So we will try it again. Placing it there will result in an explosion, which will open up the crypt, bringing us to the next level of the game. By the way, if you do run out of dynamite, you can kick that door in. Anyway, we've gotten all the secrets and killed all the Nazis. It's time to go head first and jump into the crypt. In the next episode of Let's Play Return to Castle Wolfenstein, we gotta go kill some zombies! And zombie Nazis! And regular Nazis, too. Catch you later!